These guys ran all the way from Amsterdam to here, to Kiev, to have a chat with you, our dear, beloved audience. Hello.
Well, hello. Thank you very much for having me on the show.
It is very nice. My pleasure. Tell us a little bit who you are, what you do, how you end up here running 2,500 kilometers. Maybe someone just made you to.
Well, if someone made me do it, then it was myself. That's for sure. But yeah, my name Boas Kragtwijk, 28 years old, from Amsterdam, and 50 days ago I left my front door in Amsterdam to run to Kiev, and I'm
50 days.
50 days.
You were running 50 days in a row.
It was 50 days in a row, every day, 50 kilometers. And we're doing this to raise awareness to West European countries how close by this war actually is to our countries. Because sometimes it's easy to forget. If you don't follow the news, maybe you forget how close by it is. And I thought, what is a more powerful way showing this than running to the war?
Thank you very much for what you're doing.
Yeah,
Is it true, Bo?
Yeah, I'm the photographer, filmmaker that has been with Boas all this journey, and to me it's incredible too. He talks about it like it's a daily task or something, but the journey was quite incredible, and yeah, I'm quite impressed myself, and we can't even believe we actually made it here. It's still kind of sinking in.
So 50 days in a row you were running. Tell me, talk us through the whole interest, the story. I believe you had a lot of stories along the way.
Yeah, well...
All right, let's do that. What was the most interesting, the most dangerous, and most funny story? Tell us, give us three.
Okay, well, I will give it a shot.
Bo knows something.
I know something.
You
Yeah.
film it. All right, go ahead.
We had our assumptions when we were going from Poland to Ukraine. Obviously, the border cross was going to be quite a challenge. And the first meters after the border, the roads already started to get a bit bumpy. And we were already getting worried how we were going to get through this with our caravan that we took along the way. This caravan, by the way, we donated to Ukraine so they can be used on the front as well. And yeah, I was a little bit worried with the team going through these roads, but eventually the roads started clearing up and we entered Ukraine like this. Yeah.
Before we start with the funny side of it, is that a big challenge for you?
Well, the whole run was a challenge. Like physically and mentally, there were a lot of obstacles on the way. Like I knew that 2,500 kilometer running, you sign up for something, and I could only prepare for the running aspect. So, but I had an agreement with myself that no matter what will happen, if it's safe for my body, I will continue. So when it got difficult in the run and when it was hard and painful, and there were a lot of painful moments, I remembered the vision of the project, which was if I can succeed to suffer for 50 days, someone else doesn't have to suffer for the rest of their life. Because we are also raising money with this project. That's actually one of our second goals besides awareness for ambulances in Ukraine.
Did you do any checkups along the way? I mean,
we had one day in Warsaw where we were not completely sure if it was responsible to continue, because we needed to have a close eye on my health, of course. And sometimes it's hard to say if something is an obstacle, a mental painful obstacle, or is it like a serious issue. And in Warsaw, we had 5 days of 35 degrees plus weather. And I started to become very confused. I started to become very dizzy. I couldn't really stand on my legs. And this sounds strange that it can result from running. But yeah, we didn't really know what to do. So we went to the hospital, we got a checkup, and the doctor said, well, we need to be 100% sure that it is safe to continue running. So we had 1 day in the whole 50 days where we had 1 day in the hospital, a checkup. And then the next day, the doctor gave us the green light and we continued.
what if you won't?
Well, if we didn't got the green light, it was more the question, when can we continue?
Okay.
And how would we go further? Because our mission was very clear. We will go to the Maidan in Kiev. This is what we agreed on in the beginning, and we succeeded.
You did it. You had a plans to meet the mayor of Kiev. Did you succeed it, or you didn't have time, or something went wrong? Or?
We haven't met the mayor. We met a lot of other Ukrainian people, because in Ukraine, the news spread it very fast. And I was also super happy that I could meet the people, because the villages in the middle, a lot of people for my ID gave me the feeling that they had the feeling that they were forgotten. They heard the news that Europe is supporting them, but they don't see it. And now I was running through their village, and they saw someone from the Netherlands that had an ID that wanted to help, and they could say thank you to them. So I had a lot of moments, and it was very, for me, also motivating to give that feeling to people. It was like direct profit. So we had a lot of meetings on the way, and people joined us running, and especially in the end, there were like more than 100 people joining to the finish.
Right.
It was an amazing finish.
You have that everything filmed. You will be able to share it with us, right?
Yeah, so my main goal was obviously following along with Boas and filming all the hard parts, the easy parts, the funny parts, the miserable parts. And I think I captured that quite well on the Instagram, and we started collecting more followers and people that joined our journey on the way. And yeah, I think a big part of this war is like showing the right things on the internet and portraying like a centralized point of view, and that's what I provided for the people, and I'm really happy about that.
But you were gathering money with us. How much already?
Yeah, we originally, I think when we arrived in Kiev, we raised about 60,000 euros, which allowed us to have 2 ambulances being brought to Ukraine, and they're already both in Ukraine right as we speak, and we're still raising money. So in the past few days, we've actually raised another 5,000 euros on top of that. Yeah.
So you have 2 ambulances, you have money, but your car broke down for some reason.
Unfortunately, the car broke down, but we have another way to come home.
Yeah, you can just run, right?
Yeah, we just ran straight home. Before winter, we're back.
People in Ukraine.
This changed the whole project. Like, of course, when we entered Ukraine, you could feel the war from the moment we arrived. Like, the first night, we had to sleep in the bomb shelter. We heard the stories of victims, of soldiers, of officials, and this made a big impact on us. Like, we could prepare for the running part of the project, but we couldn't prepare of what we are going to hear in Ukraine. So story-wise, we heard all kind of stories, and I have to say it motivated me even more, because I knew if I continue running, that's my way how I can help these people. So that was for me a motivating thing to see, the stories in Ukraine, but very, very sad. Like, it's also a bit double, because I'm going home tomorrow, and I know that everyone that I've been spoken to will stay here. And I'm feeling very relieved that I'm going tomorrow, because I have the guarantees that I won't wake up by a bomb alarm, but I will wake up by my phone alarm in the morning. It's a whole different reality.
It is. I know.
Unfortunately.
What are your plans?
Well, the running part is over. Like, we achieved the 2,500 kilometers. Sometimes it's still a bit unreal, but the fundraising part continues. So every 30,000 euro that we can raise will have a new ambulance. And for this, we teamed up with the foundation Zeilen van Vrijheid. And we are standing now at about 70,000 euro. Amazing amount of money. But if we can reach that 90,000, we will take care that the 3rd ambulance will be in 2 weeks' time in Ukraine. And that can save up to 25 lives a day.
Well, thank you very much. I mean, if you any stories right now?
Well, I want to make clear what kind of the power is of this mission that we wanted to do, because I'm not some kind of special individual. I'm just a guy from Amsterdam that likes to run, and now I could use it to do something good for other people. And
no one is special until he does something special. I mean, this is quite special. Do you believe Bowie or your friend is special?
Yes, of course. I mean, just seeing...
He's just too modest.
Yeah, just seeing people being motivated by him alone shows me this. But I also understand that he is this person, and he maybe doesn't feel this way yet, but I think that maybe will settle in soon.
I don't know. Like, the power is in quantity. We need to be united, working together. And that's what we try to do with this project. Unite as much people possible, not only in Ukraine, also in Poland and in Germany and in the Netherlands. And I would have to say the reason that we can do that is because Ukraine is so united.
Thank you very much.